Today we're going to be talking about using shortcuts in PowerPoint. Here are the groups that I found makes it a little easier to understand all 80 plus shortcuts. As a matter of fact, there's at least one that is not even on the list that we'll talk about. So I will not read this slide to you. I'll be reading the other slides. So look at these groups and we'll get right into it. Okay, they call this list the basic group, and a lot of these you have already used, like Control S, Control Z, C, X, and V. We've got a video on using F5, and we've got another video on advancing. But as far as Control M, let's just drop out of slideshow view. And notice I've got 3 slides. I'm on the 3rd slide. So if I press Control M as a mic, now I have a new slide. There's the previous one. There's the new one. And then if we hit Control Z as in zebra, the blank slide goes away. And then if we press F5, or I'm sorry, Shift F5, we go back to where we were. So that's the first list there. They call this list frequently used. Control N creates a new presentation, very similar to Control M as in mic, or which is the next slide, next point here. Oh, and before I forget it, there's one command or one shortcut that's not in the list. I'm not sure why PowerPoint didn't list it. It's Control I, like in italics. Let's just show you real quick. If you highlight some text and press Control I, then it's italicized. And you can, do the same thing to turn it off. Let's see, apply bold formatting, so Control B. Control T is pretty good. It brings up, let's show you that one. Press Control T, brings up your font dialog box. You can pick which font you want, the style, size, and all these other options that you're familiar with. Pretty neat, saves you from having to go to Homes and go to Font and change things. We've already talked about Control X and C and V. Control K is hyperlink. If you will remember, once you set up a hyperlink, you can link it to a spot in the file in PowerPoint. You can link it to a different file, or you can link it to the web. Control K, like in kilo. Insert a comment. Control Z, you're probably already using. Undo the last command. Control Y. We've talked about this. Go to the next slide. There's about 5 or 6 different ways to advance a slide. Page down is one of them. Page up will reverse. We've talked about F5 and escape. Control P is printing in just about every program out there, as is Control S, saving. And here's one we typically don't talk about, at least I don't, and don't use. Control Q, Q for quitting. Other items for PowerPoint shortcuts, we've talked about F5, Shift F5. Here's one here I hadn't used before. Alternate F5. And while we're here, somewhere along the way, we can press Tab and highlight the different areas in this presenter view. So let's move it back, get back to our list. And these are some of the modes or means shortcuts to, these are some of the shortcuts to advance a slide, and we have a video on it, in addition to your mouse. perform the previous animation or go to the previous slide. Control H. See if we can make that work. Oh, it did hide the pointer. Oh, we need to bring it back. B, pressing the letter B will make the screen go black. That's to draw attention on the person presenting and away from PowerPoint. Press B again, it returns. Same way with the letter W, turns the screen white, and press it again and it will return. And escape, as you know, will end slideshow view. You can go to a specific slide. Let's press 8 and let's see where we go. Okay, let's press 4. Oh, I gotta press 4, then enter. I think that's actually 8. Okay, let's get back to where we were. So you press the slide number and enter. This will take you to the next slide, even if the slide is hidden. We know what Control S is. Oh no, this is different in slideshow view. If you press Control S now, you have a list of all your slides. So you can hop to another slide if you don't know what that slide name is. Home is the same in every program, it takes you to the top, and then end will take you to the end or the last slide. View the computer taskbar. You can't see it because it's on my other monitor, but the Windows taskbar just opened up, so I could hop to a different program if I wanted to. Display the context menu, Shift F10. Okay, you can't see it either. These are options in Windows. F1 will give you the help, and from there you can find the help on whichever shortcut you want to use. Go to the next hotspot on the current slide. Hotspots are hyperlinks, animation triggers, audio objects, video objects. That's the tab key. Basically, it's going to tab between the different elements on the slide. And then Shift tab will take you to the previous hyperlink. To open a hyperlink, you just click it. While you're in media, I'll let you read these. I'll try not to read these to you. 6 choices to help you, 6 shortcuts to help you while you're in media. And here's a few more. I like this one, Alt U. I like this one. If you want to making a cut, you can advance and go backwards without having to start and stop the program. It'll move it in increments. Same way with Alt J on the subtitles. That's good stuff there. Okay, for pointers, let's see if we can still get this started. Okay, there's the pointer. Here we'll see if we can change to a pen, Control P. Okay, it did do that. Let's go back to the pointer. I like that. And if you want to change to an arrow, Control A. Let's go back to the pointer, to the laser. And then Control H is hide. Notice this is pointer, arrow, eraser, hide, show markup, Control M. Control M. What it's supposed to do is let me show or hide ink markup. I guess because we haven't done any. What's supposed to happen, you're supposed to be able to write on here. If you go to pointer options, oh, maybe it's just the pen. And then if we go to the E, or if we do Control E, we can erase this mess. And then if we go to E, we can erase everything. Pretty straightforward. So let's go back to the arrow. Control A is an arrow. And move to the next one. While you're rehearsing PowerPoint, there's only 4 here. I'll let you read those. Rather straightforward. And on all these shortcuts, I'm going to combine all of these into a Word document and put a link in the description so you don't have to try to remember all 80 plus shortcuts or write them all down. You'll have a link that you can refer to, print, and or save to your local desktop, and hopefully help you in the future. From presenter view, I think we've got a couple slides on this one. F6 cycles between the region. You know, you've got the notes on the bottom. You've got the current slide, the future slide, and various other options, timing. See, it says here buttons above the slide, upper right, and the notes pane. So you can cycle through the tools through each region. You can scroll down in the notes pane, one line, one page. We got more. Read the next line. Read the elapsed time. Just different things to try. And then our favorite escape key brings you out of presenter view. So we went through that pretty quick. These were the groups that we covered. Basics, frequently used, PowerPoint for Windows, slideshow view, media, pointing, rehearsing, and presenter view. So there's an awful lot of shortcuts out there, as you can see in this little graphic here. But the real questions come down to which ones are you already using and which ones will you try soon. So have fun with it. Let me know if you have any questions. We'll dig into it a little further. And shortcuts really will help you with your presentation, with the delivery, with your editing and building it. So try to use as many as you can. Happy PowerPointing.